everyone, it's me again. This is the third time I've started this video, so hopefully the third time's a charm, right? Wanted to get on here and make a video. I've done this in the past. I did this, which was like this was a quilt. I called it the quilt card. And I've seen these online. I was not the first person to do this, so don't misunderstand me. But I did mine different in that I didn't have the embossing the die cut machine with the folders and everything. So I used a paper towel for the background, and it worked out well. To me, I liked it. It looks like a quilt. I used all the different kind of older looking fabrics because I feel like that's what a lot of times they would use was their scrap fabrics for quilts. And I just love it. I love when you look at an old quilt and you see all the different patterns. You go, man, there's a lot of stories there from when this. Who knows what this was? If it was a little girl's dress or dad's shirt or something. But anywho, I made this one in the past, like kind of like used the hexagons and made flowers, like a flower quilt. Today I'm going to do something, and I saw on Pinterest, and I keep seeing it and thinking, man, I want to do that because I do love anything quilt. As far as cards, I love quilt cards. But Joanne Butner, I want to make sure to give her credit on Pinterest. She had an easy quilter star that she did, and I'll put her name and all that on the details because I want to make sure that everyone knows I got this idea from her. Make sure give credit where credit's due. And so basically, we make the quilter star like you would see on different, the different quilts have the different patterns. There's a quilter star. So we're going to do that today, and I'm going to show you how we got that done. Now, this was a 4x4 square that I did, but it takes up a little too much room on my card. So I then did a second one that's a 3x3, and that fits better and it's more manageable. So here's what we're going to do. Let's cut a 3. We're going to go 3 by 3 square. Now I'm not sure this is exactly the size she used. I watched the video and didn't go full on listening to, but it was very easy to follow, and I think that was her whole point, was that it was easy to do this. And then we're going to go here. We'll not cut it, but I'm going to put this here in my trimmer and use a pencil and line it up diagonal corner to corner, and we're going to go across. If your pencil will go through. Did I make a line? Yes, I did. Okay. And then we're going to turn it, and we're going to do the same thing here. Make sure the corners are in the little, just to make sure that you're lined up in the center both directions. So here we have this. That's going to be our base. And then I picked some different, I wanted to use different patterns. They're different scrap pieces of paper, but patterns that would stand out, that you can see the detail of each piece on the star. And here's what I want you to know, what I've been thinking, and I almost did this, but I don't want to bombard y'all with Christmas stuff already because I know we haven't even had Halloween's not for 2 days. But I thought, how cool if you did Christmas patterns, and for someone who doesn't have the pattern paper, card paper per se, how about if you have scraps of your wrapping paper? I think I'm going to try that, and we'll see how it works. If it does okay, then you'll see a video. If not, you'll never hear about it again. But we'll try it and see, because someone may not have different pattern paper. But if you're wrapping presents, and it don't have to be Christmas, could be birthday or any kind, you could use those scrap papers and do the same thing. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my different pattern paper, and actually, this is a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch strip. I'm going to line that up of each one. And we'll cut out 4. I'm hoping they're done next door. I didn't do this earlier or yesterday. That moved on me, so he is not straight. Let's do another one. See if I can hold him down better this time. Okay, do a 1/2 inch of him. I'm going to do a 1/2 inch of this pretty tulip paper. That'll give us the 4 strips. And some of y'all may be like, this is old news. We've known how to do this, but it's new to me. And I thought, oh, I like that a lot, so I'm going to do that. And I wanted to give people ideas of ways to use, your scrap pieces of paper. This is a smaller piece, but we're going to go with it, and I think it'll work just fine. We're going to do 1/2 inch of him, but I wanted to show ways, and then it came to me about the wrapping paper, and I thought, you know what, if someone don't have DSP, designer series paper, they call it. Actually, I call it double-sided paper, but who am I to question why they name things the way they do? It sounds more fancy, I guess, designer series paper, right? We'll go with that. So, okay, I've got a couple of these strips of the lavender. Not real crazy about that. Let's see if this one, how would this work with it, maybe? That lavender's not showing like I want it to. Let me just hop up here and get another piece. And I think I'll go with this one. Told y'all it's live action. We got this going live. So here we go. Let's do this. Line him up. Get him out of the way. Line him up. Okay. So I've got 1/2 inch strips of my 4 patterns. Let's move this over for a minute. Well, I'm going to cut these down because we don't need this big a piece. So we'll go maybe halfway and cut them. Because we're going to have to trim them off anyway, the edges, so it's not going to really hurt anything. All right, now let's move the trimmer for a minute. Let's get our square back out. Here's our 3x3 square. These are 1/2 inch strips. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put, there'll be 2 going this way, one direction. And then we're going to have 2 going this way. And we're going to pick up and put, kind of like you're going to do weaving. We're going to do basket weaving. We're going to put him this way. And we'll do lavender. Put him under the green. Like I say, we're weaving, making a little weave here. And we're going to put him here. Line them up. Okay, so there's our little weave. We're going to pick these up and glue them down. Just run some tape. Well, get the paper off my tape. There we go. Okay. That, line him up here. Line him up there. One side. Okay, we got to straighten you out. You can't be crooked now. I talk to things. I talk to myself more than anything, but I talk to inanimate objects. So I don't think that's weird, do you? Okay, so I'm going to go around and glue all 4 sides like this. And again, this might not be new to you. You may have been doing this for years, but this is my first day playing with this, and I just thought it was cool. So I want to thank Joanne Butner for making a video and putting it out there. And I don't know how long ago the video was put out there, but I sure am thankful. So let's get some scissors. We're going to cut our trim off our little edges here. Turn them over. Let's just go down the sides here. Oh, come on now. There we go. Okay. Hope you're having a good week. Like I say, it's Tuesday. Trying to get things, get caught up yesterday. I don't know how I got behind, but I did. I didn't sleep good Sunday night for one thing. So I was tired all day. Anywho, I'm just telling you my life story, rambling on. Okay, now I've cut off the excess here, and I've got the front. Now, then what she did, I was like, and I know I'm not the sharpest knife in the world, but it blew my mind. I go, I never would have thought of doing this to make the corners. Sorry, I had to have a little bit of coffee. She took and did some white squares, and I'm going to say they're about, I think about a ½ inch would do. Let's see. No, it's going to have to be 1 by 1. Let's do 1 by 1s. 1 by 1 squares. Told you I'm kind of figuring this out as we go. Let's see, 1 by 1. There's 1. There's 2. Make sure he's on the 1. There's, I don't know that I'll be lucky enough to have exactly 4, but I think I do. Look at that. I had enough with that little strip to do 4 1 by 1 squares. So let me show you about that. And like I said, I would never have thought to do this. I'm so glad that there are so many creative people out there on Pinterest. I love, as far as social media, I'm on Pinterest way more than anything else, but I love to see what people are doing. So what she did was then you put these squares in the corners. Now, the bigger one, that worked out okay, but this one I'm not crazy about because you don't see much. So I'm going to back it off a little bit and glue him, and then I'll just, again, cut the edges off. So I'm going to back him down. It just depends on what you want, but we'll line it up. And basically, you're putting a square in the corner to make the little corner. The okay, let's see. I'm going to come down to about here. There's 1. There's 2. Three. And 4 corners. Like I said, I know it looks weird right now, but we're going to cut the excess off. And then I'm going to show you. It looks even better when it's been. But basically, you go to put your square on the corner. And I'm going to cut off. Same thing. I'm going to cut off the excess because with hers, it worked out her exact size. It worked out the square was perfectly. She didn't have to cut anything off. So it worked out really good. So it really was easy. But I've got scissors, so I can cut this off. Okay, now there's our star. We got our corner. There's our quilter star. See, and the only thing is you kind of can see these corners, but once you emboss it, the corners blend in with the rest. So actually it works out. Now, I'm not going to emboss this on the video because I don't know what I'm doing wrong, or if I'm doing anything wrong, or if it's supposed to be this way. But when I run these embossing folders on the hot shot or big shot, whatever it's called, Sysix, whatever the name, um, it's almost like you're cranking so hard. I feel like I don't know. I don't. It's almost harder than like wringing out laundry in one of them old washing machines. You know how you wring them through real tight. Um, yeah, it's kind of like that. And I don't want the thing to explode on the video, or something to happen in front of you on the video. So what I did was I actually have one that I've already, thanks to the magic of television, I already embossed one this size that we're going to use for our card. And I'm going to make more of these, I think. I think I will do some with Christmas patterns. Uh, what I'm going to do, I'm just doing like a quick thinking of you card, and I embossed this layer, my bottom layer, also because obviously a whole quilt would have the pattern, not just certain parts. So I embossed this first, and we're going to, let me see, I've got a ribbon for the bottom of him. So we're going to start assembling. Like I say, it's not hard. Like this is, again, they're 1/2 inch strips. You just weave them, cut off the excess. This is a 3x3 square, real easy, just kind of summarizing for you. I'm going to put a little ribbon at the bottom. Glue this base down. So again, I probably will do this soon with some Christmas patterns, and I do want to try it with the Christmas paper. I'm really curious because there are some really cute little pattern Christmas paper, and actually that'd be kind of cute to if you match the card to the wrapping paper. How about that? I just thought of this as I was sitting here. Have a matching Christmas card with the paper that you wrap the gift in. So, it's got my wheels turning now. Okay, I'm going to put him on a little base. I'm going to use red for his base so he stands out nice for a little quilt square. He's a quilt square. You know how they used to get together and everybody would bring a square and make a quilt. Those were the good old days, right? Okay. Uh-oh. I just did him off center. Let's reline him up. Okay, that's going to be good. I'm going to put him right here, and then I have a sentiment to put here, and that's going to be our thinking of you card with the quilter star. I thought, I don't know, I have a thing for quilts and Christmas quilts especially, so I'll definitely be doing a Christmas quilt one. We're going to put this, and then I've got, here it is. I just stamped off, it's from one of the paper pumpkin or one of the kids that says, I will always be there for you. I will always be here for you. So I'm going to put him on his red base. Need to cut off a little bit here. And then we'll put this here. Just going to glue them. Might put some doodads. Of course, the main center of attention is our quilter star. And I hope that you guys liked watching that. Like I said, I like quilts. I keep repeating myself. I like quilts, and when I saw that video, I'm like, well, I think I could even do that. That looks like I might can handle that. So I'm going to put some little doodads around. I don't know if I want green, pink. See, do I have, where's my purple? See it in here? You can hear me. You can tell I don't. I've got this in this little clear plastic box, and it was better organized, but I've just been grabbing stuff. So I think I'll put. Let me find my doodad grabber. I've got Christmas card stuff, Veterans Day card stuff, all over the place. So it's a mess. Like I said last week, it's like a tornado. I put that in the center. I think we'll put a couple around here. Come on, he don't want to cooperate, does he? Oh, come on. Okay, so there is my Quilter star. Again, I thank Joanne Butner because I saw her little video on Pinterest and thought, I think I can do that. And I like that. It reminds me of a quilt. I think I'm going to keep trying to make these quilts. I like quilts again. I have said that 10 times. Anywho, I guess you can't tell I like quilts. But this is another one to add to my little quilt series or set. I mean, not that I have any kind of series, or I'm not that big. Definitely not that organized. So this is my Quilter star again. I'm going to say it one more time. Tammy's Paper Smiles. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. Have obviously the YouTube channel. If you could please subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate it, and like my videos. Any helpful comments you want to make, I gladly will take them. I always want to keep learning and keep trying new things. If you could be nice about it. Sometimes people say things on YouTube and they make comments different places, and it's just not very nice, and that's not what I'm about. My whole reason of doing this and making cards is to put a smile on someone's face. Everyone who gets a card, whether it's handmade or not, it brightens their day and it puts a smile on their face. And so that's one reason why I do this, is to do something nice for someone else in today's society that don't happen very often. So we can be the ones to bring the sunshine. And also just to help inspire you to be creative and to get in touch with your creative side and just, have fun. It's very therapeutic and it's fun. If you want information or have questions, definitely let me know. Whatever I can do to help you, I can help. I can definitely help you with anything Stampin' Up. I am a demonstrator. Help you as in help you find products. I am not the end all be all Stampin' Up person, so please don't misunderstand me. But I can help you if there's something retired, or if there's a new set that you want, we can help you get that and get going on your cards. You have a good rest of your week. I'm going to quit rambling and get up and go figure out supper. Take care and just have a good one. Bye.